I was arrested at the Istanbul airport, October 7th, 1970, with 2 kilos of prime Turkish hashish, marijuana, taped all over my 23-year-old body. Coming as a 67-year-old guy, looking back on what life was like for this 23 to 28-year-old kid, when I get into telling the story, it pretty much overwhelms me. I breezed through customs at the normal 2 kilos taped under my sweater, and they put us on a bus to take us out to the plane. And the bus stops, a Turkish cop steps on and stares down the aisle. Women, stay, men, out, back, out, out. And I look out the window at Turkish soldiers with rifles surrounding the plane. They drag me into the stuffy, smoky room at the airport full of soldiers and cops. They yank my sweater up and rip the hash from under my arms, and rip the hash from around my waist. And it was like, this can't be happening to me. I can't be getting arrested. While I'm getting arrested, I'm thinking, I can't be getting arrested. This burly guard takes me away from the rest of the guys, leads me down a long concrete hallway. We stop in front of one gray steel door. It's slid open. I'm shoved in, the door clang shut behind me. And I'm in my new home. I discovered things in jail about myself that would balance very differently than the image you have of that guy in the movie. People, places, food, culture, law, language, everything changed. And I had to change with it. And change reveals strengths and weaknesses I never knew about. If you're weak, you pray, P-R-E-Y, pray in jail, so I needed to stay strong and healthy. I am so lucky to discover yoga when I did. It was Iyengar's classic Light on Yoga book I was shoving into my shoulder pack while I was being arrested. And I have done it every day since. Every single day, it helps me take a fix internally on who I am and where I am and what's going on. I hear the distant voices calling out to the faithful. Muslim priests in minarets, lighthouse keepers of God, and that plaintive sound drifting across the quiet city and above the sleeping prison. Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar. And then I'm stunned to hear that the High Court in Ankara has rejected my original 4-year sentence, and now I'm to be retried and will be sentenced to life in prison. And I'm kind of floating above the courtroom now, looking down. It's so surreal. As the judge sentences me to life in prison, which he's able to reduce to 30 years, thanks, I guess, and the escape switch slams back on. I was so desperate after 5 years in jail, I had to get out. Imrali Island prison, out in the Sea of Marmara. The sea is considered the wall around the prison. On the morning of October 2nd, 1975, awake to a dark sky, full of boiling clouds and a storm brewing for sure. And down the cobblestone road to the harbor, I see the early boats are rocking and bobbing, and I know this is the day. Life gets simple, and for me, it got real simple. It's I'm going to escape or I'm going to be shot. I'm not going to get caught. I'm going to be free. I slide right into the cold waves, breaststroking out through them. I pull myself up and collapse into one little dinghy, and the dinghy rocks and strains against its tether rope. And I start sawing, and the rope won't cut. When the rope snaps, and the dinghy swirls away. I'm rowing, I'm chanting to myself to keep the rhythm. They catch me, they beat me. Make it, I'm free. Catch me, they beat me. Make it, free. Catch me, they beat me. Make it, I'm free. Free.